Um, this is Richard Clemens. Today is what's the day? January 21st. And the time is approximately 1:30 p.m. I'm here with District Commander N.J. Lutwick at the State Iowa Patrol. Um, this conversation is in reference to a hit and run that took place on January the 6th at approximately 2 p.m. Um, so I was actually assaulted. A vehicular. The guy attempted murder. Um, he was in a gray, older model Grand Am, and the incident occurred on Euclid, near 8th Street at the Get Go gas station.
Euclid and 8th Street, okay.
There's a Get Go gas station. It's not exactly on 8th Street, but it's a reference point. There's only one Get Go gas station.
Okay.
And the guy was coming out with his, presumably, there was a woman and a child. I don't know if they had a relationship with each other.
Okay.
However, as I was approaching 14th Northwest, yeah, that's 14th Street. That's right there, 14th and Euclid.
Yep.
That's the direction I was approaching in.
Okay.
And this gentleman, he's not a gentleman, but this guy came out of the store driving way at a high rate of speed. Now, he made eye contact with me. He looked at his girlfriend and said something because I was quite a bit of ways away.
Right.
And peeled out at about 50 to 60 miles per hour and hit me.
Okay. And what were they driving?
They were driving a light gray Grand Am.
Okay.
Or a Grand Prix type model Pontiac.
I don't mean to interrupt you. Did we cover this crash then?
There was not a crash.
Okay.
It was a hit and run.
Hit and run. Okay. Did we take the police report?
No. So I just wanted to offer that there's a case number.
Okay.
It was assigned to a detective in the Des Moines Police Department, file number 651.
Wilkinson?
Yes. Well, that was the patrol officer who I initially gave the report to.
Okay.
So what happened, Lieutenant, is the reason why I'm here is because I believe that there's some corruption going on with that. The guy was on video surveillance camera doing this, and the detective has not proceeded with the case since I first spoke with him.
Okay.
This morning when I did a follow-up with that case,
Yep.
the dispatcher told me that it was not in the system.
Okay.
The whole case, she couldn't make a reference, correct.
Okay.
And then she turned around
Right.
and about a minute or so and was like, well, this detective here, and I said, just transfer me to a supervisor.
Right.
I called the supervisor. No one has gotten back in touch with me.
And this happened on the 6th.
Yes.
Yep.
And it's not a difficult case.
Right.
This was in broad daylight.
Right.
In between the hours of 1 to 3 p.m. I wasn't exactly sure. I think I was on my way back from getting some medication down at the CVS or the Walgreens.
Okay.
And the guy hit me. And I'm going to be honest with you. Had the guy, he hit me, he struck me here. And I'm being treated for a dislocated shoulder right here.
Yeah.
But had I fell backwards,
right,
he would have ran straight over me and killed me.
Yep.
But what happened is that when he struck me, I flipped over.
Right.
And so I landed down on my shoulder.
Okay.
And the hospital has a record of this.
Right.
So I'm concerned that the case has not proceeded.
Right. And nobody's gotten back to you.
Correct.
Okay. He's the only one that was on the scene then of law enforcement?
This guy named Wilkinson
okay,
took the initial report, and there's a detective with the Des Moines Police Department by the name of Grimes.
Okay.
Okay. I spoke to this guy one time, but again, it concerned me that the video evidence, it's clear. Okay.
Does the store have any video?
Correct. Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Who doesn't?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And my thing is even if it did not, what steps are you taking 20 days into this
Right.
to find an incident where there was.
What happened when you called Des Moines PD? Nobody's getting back to you at all? This Mr. Wilkinson that covered the crash, he was not giving you any updates?
Well, Mr. Wilkinson was just the officer that was assigned to the case when
Okay.
I initially filed the report.
Okay.
The detective, I believe, is responsible for coordinating services between the victim
Their
and.
phone numbers on there, okay. What would you like me to do? See if I can get a hold of him or somebody at Des Moines PD to get the ball rolling on this?
I understand that you guys have jurisdictional things with that, but my thing is that in case this turns into an issue of dereliction of duty,
Yeah.
that's a state offense. And so I'm not saying that a prosecutor would necessarily.
Which would probably go to like the state ombudsman's office or the attorney general's office. The state patrol wouldn't have any law enforcement jurisdiction over any other law enforcement jurisdiction.
Unless they ordered you to arrest someone.
They wouldn't. It'd probably be the Division of Criminal Investigation unless they're called upon to be an assisting agency or called upon to investigate someone.
Right.
It wouldn't be the state patrol. And we get stuff like that a lot of times. People will say, well, you're the state patrol. Can you investigate this sheriff of this county or this city officer because they're doing shady things? That actually goes downtown to the attorney general's office, state ombudsman's office.
And they would assign a specific state officer.
Like Des Moines PD, maybe like the city council. If it was the county, it'd be the county board of supervisor. Just because we're a law enforcement agency, we're basically traffic, highway safety. It's not investigating another police agency.
I understand.
I get what you're saying. But I would, this was on the 6th, today's the 21st, so we're looking at 15 days. But he hasn't gotten back to you at all.
No.
You got a good cell phone number?